All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vendo podcast. We've got Vinny here, Vendo Vinny. He's a
Thanks, Nick.
senior strategic account manager here at Vendo, and I'm Nicolas Martinez, our senior marketing strategist. Today, we've got a fun topic to talk about. We're going to be talking about Amazon's Launchpad program. If you're not familiar with the Launchpad program, it's basically a full-service program offered by Amazon. Specifically for emerging brand owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and really the main goal of the program, as we're going to get into in detail, is to support those brands with selling and delivering their innovative products to the millions of Amazon customers out there. So there is a process to get enrolled in the program that we'll talk about later. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. There's lots of great benefits. Content benefits, promotional benefits, you name it. And Vinny's going to kick it off with a detailed overview of the some of the content perks that you get.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Glad to be back. I know we're killing it out there with content, and it's a good segue because content is king, right? So Launchpad has really has been able to provide different tools for sellers to really enhance the not only the product descriptions, but also be able to convert that customer with additional modules for the sellers on the listings. And that's what I really want to dive into. So what you'll see, I'll share my screen in a moment, but what you'll see is the modules available through Launchpad via A+ Content Manager. And then what we'll do is dive into the Launchpad store on Amazon.com. We're very visual learners here, so we really like to give our audience, not only the back end, how it works on the back end stuff, but also on the front end. What is it that customers are seeing based on the type of content that that sellers are able to produce using Launchpad? But hey, Vendo has these capabilities, so we're super excited about just diving in. So I'm going to share my screen now. Let's see here. Awesome. Are you guys able to see my screen? All good, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So what you see on screen is really the A+ Content Manager widget, right? So you go through this via the advertising tab, and then scroll down, you'll hit A+ Content Manager. The nice thing about Launchpad is they've introduced these premium modules that you see on screen. So there's definitely different tables that we are now being able to utilize and really add that additional content that we've never had seen before via the regular A+ Content Managers, right? And in fact, you'll be able to see the premium. Everything is titled premium. You're able to get the Amazon Launchpad logo, in addition with enhanced QA modules, just super cool interactive stuff that now it's made available to sellers who are participating in Launchpad. It's just something new compared to the standard. As you see, we've reached the standard modules here, and then we have the premium modules here. So super exciting. In fact, what I want to do is not only showcase what some of the premium modules here that you see on screen, but also why not go and check them out actually on Amazon and see how that features, see what that customer experience is like. And one of the most important ones that I'm really excited about is this premium full video. And that's pretty awesome because now you're able to inject video into your A+ content real estate, right? And we know that any real estate that you're able to inject new content onto Amazon is going to not only help the customer, but it's also going to help you really represent and discuss and talk about the product to the customer, right? We're always looking in terms of ways of showcasing the product. So that's super exciting. So let's move on to Launchpad.
Yeah,
so,
let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, no, totally. So how do we get here? Obviously we're so used to landing on the homepage. You see this left navigation here, and then you'll find Amazon Launchpad on here. And oh, oops, sorry about that. Let's try that again. Sorry, guys. We know we always have. There you go. Shop today's emerging brands. Boom. This is how we are led to this landing page, and there's so much going on here. And the thing is that Amazon is really having it. They really want the customer to shop what they show either on video or what they show through their collection list of collection items here, and then also per categories. So let's take a look. Let's dive in, Nick. Let's check out grocery. Let's see here. Oh, this brand looks very cool. Look at the packaging; it's very cool. Strive beef. It sounds like beef jerky. So let's find them here. I would assume that they would be on page 1. Oh, here they are.
And so these are all the products in the Launchpad category, right? That it takes you to. That's interesting.
Yeah, totally. So let's see here. Hold on, give me a second. Boom, here we are. So
Wow.
now you're able to see off the bat what Amazon Launchpad is. You know, you have the verified membership little slogan there, little logo, which is nice. It just shows another proof that you're part of the program. Again, what I talked about earlier is that full bleed video. We've never seen that before using the regular content manager widgets. This is super nice. And now what this brand has done in particular is embedded their widgets, their creative widgets, one on top of the other, which is super neat. If you see the creative content just bleeds on top of another widget, and strong call to actions here, right? And strong value propositions. And they've definitely taken advantage of the real estate here. They have added a award there, which also gives the customer a nice satisfactory sort of like, you know, this item has done so well, why not put that on there? And Amazon loves that. Amazon loves to showcase anything, any awards, any labels of excellence. And in addition, this is the Q&A that I was referring to, which is super interactive, super easy to just navigate. And on mobile, it's even this, you know, it's even a better experience because you're just navigating through mobile and you're going through all these Q&As very simply. So yeah, Nick, that's it from the A+ side of things. I know that we have a lot to talk about today, so
Yeah,
dive into
no,
this.
that was great. And I think, you know, out of all the benefits we're going to go over today, which there are a lot of, you know, that is definitely one of the more exciting ones. There's other exciting ones, but that's pretty high up on the list because we know from our experience that simply adding A+ content, regular A+ content, typically increases the conversion rate by up to 15%. And what's really interesting about premium A+ content is it can give that up to 15%, another 5 or 10%. So if you don't have any A+ content, you can potentially increase your conversion rate by up to 25% by fully leveraging all of those different modules, implementing video into the homepage, and really just kind of having that extra wow factor that is really hard for brands still to be able to convey on Amazon. You know, Amazon's given a lot of brands more control, which is great. But that, I mean, that looks like what you would see on that brand's website probably, right? So really neat. But yeah, let's talk about some of the other perks of being in Launchpad. So just by being in Launchpad, you get access to what's called the merchandising package. And let me give you a little tour here again on the Launchpad site of what that looks like, so you can fully understand. All right, so we're back over here. The screen's up, right, Vinny?
Yep, all good.
All right, awesome. And for those of you not watching on YouTube, but listening on one of our podcast channels, I'll try to explain it as well as possible, but you've seen the home screen here. So with the Launchpad merchandising package, you get the opportunity to have a dedicated 2-week placement on various pages on Launchpad. Now you're naturally just going to be in a lot of these places, but you get to be highlighted and featured for 2 weeks. So the homepage is going to be an area that you can be featured. There's these category pages, right? So let's go back over here to the grocery category page. You could get featured here. You could be one of the products, you know, like we were looking at Strive or Vita Coco or Smart Sweets. You could have, you know, top of page placement here. You also have the opportunity to get on the new releases page, which is really neat. And you could populate high up. And as you can see here, you know, there's only 60 items. So it's not like it's a big page to get lost in. You know, typically 60 items is just barely on to page 2 of the organic search results. So depending on what category you're in, or if you're new arrivals, you're going to get the opportunity to be on these pages. We talked about category pages, new releases. There's also a page called Watch and Shop. And so this just, again, goes back to why video is so powerful. So Launchpad has a special program where essentially you watch the videos and you shop. And so you just go through, you know, really captivating content here. Shark Tank is a big partner of Launchpad, so they'll often, you know, if any of the Shark Tank products get invested in, they'll go over to, they'll get placed into the Launchpad program. We actually had Mark Cuban once take one of our brands away. He invested in a brand we were working with, and one of his rules was you got to work with my Amazon teams.
Of course.
You know, we didn't exactly blame the brand for leaving us for you know, Mark Cuban. That's understandable.
You know
But
what's interesting about this page,
yeah,
is that if you're a brand new item or a brand new brand, this helps with the flywheel effect that Amazon always talks about, right?
totally.
And the flywheel effect is really getting that momentum for not only impressions, but also to generate revenue, to increase in ranking. So, you know, these placements are just phenomenal. And I think being part of this program is just, it's a level up, to be honest.
Totally. No, that's a great call out. You know, every little bit helps on Amazon. As we've talked about in past podcasts, you know, we're big believers here at Vendo of experimenting and trying out all the new programs. You know, you can tell pretty quickly with, you know, maybe a month long or 2 or 3 week long test if the program's going to be that beneficial, if you're going to see a sales lift, if you're going to see traffic. So we're always trying new things. And, you know, even if it's not proving to be the biggest sales driver, even if it adds a little bit and it creates that halo effect, it's gonna pay off. So definitely, you know, recommend trying a lot of these programs that Amazon comes out with, but Launchpad's particularly beneficial, as we're discussing now, and we'll get into more detail about. So yeah, just by being in the Launchpad program, you get all these different placements. And something else that's really cool about, oh, and actually there's one more page here. There's the Meet the Founders or Meet the Launchers page. So this is where you get to focus on, you know, the different faces behind the brands, and they like to segment it into different categories like woman-owned, social good, family-owned, sustainable. So really good way to, you know, again, bring life to the brand, right? That's always a big hesitation for brands going on Amazon, is like they feel like their brand image gets kind of diluted. No, this is the opposite of that, right? This is really magnifying the brand, not just the brand and the product, but also the brand story and the founders. So between the, you know, watch and shop page where you can use videos while people shop, between, you know, the Launchpad page where you can show the founders' stories, the category page, the new releases, the home page, there's so many opportunities to be discovered in a really powerfully branded way. So yeah, I just wanted to show everyone that. I'll stop sharing my screen now. And talk about a couple. Yeah, go for it, Vinny.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that founders Launchpad page, I think it just, you know, consumers are more interested in terms of what they're buying, right? So just adding about the founder and adding little details about the brand that the consumer might not see on shelf, right? I think it's so powerful because it just separates you from the other products, the other million products that are on Amazon. And there's a strong power behind that, right? Knowing the brand, really representing the brand. And I know for a fact, and I think, Nick, you can speak to that, that at Vendo, we have a particular brand that I think, you know, being on Launchpad is going to be so beneficial for them, just because the founder is a special person, right? So I think we can, you know, just being able to take opportunity of that is just going to be you know, phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that was one of the modules too, if I'm not mistaken, on the premium A+ content, is like you can have a module that speaks to the brand story and the founder in a kind of nicely formatted way. So yeah, definitely good call outs there. I think one of the overarching themes as we're going through this is really the power to communicate your brand in a very strong way. But let's talk about some other fun perks. Deals, marketing deals, advertising tactics, right? You gotta be able to drive extra sales and put the gas, you know, really put the pedal to the metal and drive it. So one of the really great perks of Launchpad as far as deals go is with lightning deals and 7-day deals. So if those of you who don't know, lightning deals and 7-day deals usually start at about $150 to run it. A lightning deal being like a 6-hour flash sale, a 7-day deal being a 7-day deal. And with lightning deals and 7-day deals, you show up on the deals page, the today's deals page. You'll probably show up on the Launchpad, pages for deals. So you have the opportunity to get extra visibility and merchandising capabilities. And that's why they charge $150. Sometimes lightning deals can cost $300 or even $500, depending on the event. Like for Prime Day and Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it'll be $500, and that's expensive, right? Or it can be, at least, especially if you're a startup, or which is what Launchpad is really geared to. So here's the perk: you don't just get one free lightning deal or 7-day deal a month or a year. You get one a week, right? So that's huge. I mean, let's say you're running 4 lightning deals a month, one every week, and 4 7-day deals. That is what is that? $1,200 in savings every month, right? Or if you're running it during Prime Day or Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that could potentially be what is that? $4,000 over the course of the month, or maybe more like $2,000, since it would just be during those weeks. But either way, you're saving thousands and thousands of dollars. And there's a lot of brands that don't really get the opportunity to experiment with these deal types because the barrier to entry with that cost is just too high. So this is a great way to start experimenting and finding out what's working without having to pay that high price point.
Of course.
But there is a price to Launchpad, and we'll finish off with that.
Let's talk about the benefits first. We'll get to
that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not spokespeople for Amazon Launchpad. We do like the program, but absolutely, there is a cost that can be prohibitive. So yeah, those are the big components with deals. You also get access to special types of other types of deals. So like for Prime Day and Black Friday, Cyber Monday, with Launchpad, you'll get the opportunity to submit a special type of lightning deal, or a special type of 7-day deal, or a special type of coupon. And by special, I just mean that Amazon's going to drive extra traffic to it, right? Rather than a regular seller who's not in one of these programs just getting the standard visibility, Amazon's going to put it out there more. And I think that's a good segue into the advertising benefit of being in Launchpad, which is the fact that Amazon will proactively advertise your products on Amazon and off of Amazon on third-party sites. So if you know about the Amazon DSP display side platform, you probably know that there's a minimum budget of $35,000 over 2 months just to get involved with that. I mean, and that's a high minimum budget, right? So through Launchpad, they're not going to give you a ton of visibility into what they're doing for advertising, but they are going to, for free, you don't have to commit any budget. They're going to advertise your products across the World Wide Web. They're going to retarget people, and they're going to bring them back to your product page. So just from that alone, you can expect to see an increase in traffic and an increase in sales.
Absolutely.
And another they have some interesting different perks. I'll talk about 2, and then I'll hand it over to Vinny to talk about global selling expansion, because he's Mr. Worldwide. So one of the kind of more interesting perks is Amazon imaging services. So if you don't know, Amazon has a photography team where you can send samples to their, to their kind of like showroom or studio. And they've got all kinds of setups. They've got environmental setups, flat lay setups, white backdrops. They've got, a full professional studio. And for only $50, you can send your products to the studio up in Seattle, and they'll take 8 product images, full 360, white backdrop. They'll take some scaled images, and $50 is a good deal for 8 images. In addition to that, they also have the opportunity for you to get environmental shots taken, so indoors, outdoors, in action, and they have a few other different options for photography. The environmental shots do cost, well, it's a quote-based service. I do know the most recent quote I got was $350, so that service is a lot more pricey. But if you don't have easy access to photographers and you're looking for some high-quality imagery, it's a really easy way to get that done. And so one extra perk here that's kind of more unique. I don't know if everyone knows about AWS, Amazon's web services company. Believe it or not, AWS actually is a bigger revenue driver and a bigger part of Amazon's whole family of companies than Amazon Marketplace, which was shocking when I first learned. but makes a lot of sense. I think, you know, a majority of businesses use the AWS cloud computing services to save and store all of their files in the cloud, right? So AWS at its kind of more basic form is a cloud service, right? To just like you know, the Apple, like iCloud, for example. And so what's really cool about AWS is in Launchpad is that by being in Launchpad, you get $10,000 in AWS promotional credits. So if that's something that you're thinking about and you've been wanting to do, joining the Launchpad or applying and trying to join would definitely be a good way to go about getting access to AWS in a really cost-effective way.
That's a good way of
yeah,
upselling their other services, if you ask me.
totally. Yeah, they've got it down.
Yeah,
but yeah, Mr. Worldwide, let's hear about global selling expansion.
yeah, I mean, Launchpad makes it so easy, to be honest. They offer Australia, Japan, Europe expansion by a click of a button. It's pretty nuts. So what the requirements are, it's really you apply, right? So you have to figure out if you're eligible through their dashboard. So it's all accessible, pretty easy for you know, members that have just either been accepted to Launchpad, or for those of you thinking that of applying. You'll find it all within their dashboard that they provide you. And then they send you a survey. So this survey has a ton of questions regarding your product, compliance, etc. You know, its price. It's just everything that they want to know before obviously going into a different marketplace. There's a lot of ton of information that obviously Launchpad wants to collect just to make sure you're eligible and for things to go smoothly. So definitely expansion of a click of a button, to me, that's very compelling enough to, you know, a lot of brands nowadays, not only when they do really well domestically, expansion is their next, you know, strategy to build incremental revenue. So, and really the benefit is what they're doing is they're leveraging Launchpad to support, you know, and to support not only that, but to have that growth in those extra marketplaces. That's why they make it super easy. And you know, the Launchpad program will address any questions that they have related to the program. The Launchpad, like for example, EU, if you were launching there, they have a similar program there. So Amazon does a great job in terms of if you have any questions, they have a you know, a FAQ that you can go to. But again, it's all on the dashboard, super easy to expand. And at the moment, like I mentioned earlier, they have Australia, Japan, and Europe.
Awesome. No, that's really great. And Amazon's making a big push, you know, for international. So it makes sense that they would include this as part of Launchpad. You know, I think Germany is the second biggest marketplace right now, and then Japan right after.
That's right.
So a great way to, you know, get your products overseas and start creating additional revenue channels. There's a couple other things actually too, as far as perks go. I just remembered. The list really just keeps going on and on. It's pretty wild. This one's really beneficial, particularly if you have issues with unauthorized resellers. So basically, if you tell Launchpad that you promise to only sell your product on Amazon and on your own D2C site, you know, your own online store, and you promise not to sell it through any other online stores, retailers, whatever, Amazon will actually make it so that no other reseller can list on your product. So basically you get brand gating or brand protection. It doesn't have to be your whole brand. It can be product by product. So maybe you have one product that's being sold on, you know, Walmart.com, but you have another one that's just being sold on your site in Amazon. Well, that one product would be eligible. The one on Walmart.com wouldn't. So it's really amazing. You can keep unauthorized resellers off your product page, which keeps your buy box, you know, basically at 100%. And that makes sure that the direct revenue from the sales on Amazon are going directly to you, the brand, and not to some reseller who purchased it through, you know, a distributor or a wholesaler. You know, you're preserving your profit margin with that. So definitely a big perk there that I wanted to call out. Something also about getting special placements. You know, how I was showing on the different pages, you can get featured with the merchandising package. You also get placement in an Amazon Launchpad email. So they send out an email newsletter featuring new releases in different product categories. And you'll also be featured in that email that, you know, goes to hundreds of thousands of people, if not more. So that's another really great benefit on the merchandising side. And then there's also a program called Amazon Posts. And a lot of stores are getting access to Amazon Posts nowadays without being in Launchpad. But basically, it's a social media-like platform. We talked about it a couple podcasts ago. But you also get access to Amazon Posts. So Amazon Posts allows you to upload lifestyle type kind of social media type posts to your product page, as well as competitors' product pages. So it's kind of like a product targeting strategy where you can show up on your competitors with cool branded imagery. So yeah, and then one other merchandising marketing type benefit is I don't know if you've heard of Deals of the Day. If you haven't, it makes sense because Deals of the Day are exclusive to sellers and special programs such as Launchpad, but you are able to submit your product for a Deal of the Day where you get a high level of visibility on the deals page, usually right on the homepage. Sometimes you might even show up on the Amazon homepage. So that's another great perk, right? So a lot of marketing and advertising perks, but you're probably wondering, what's the cost, right? So let me tell you.
First, if you made it all the way through this video, good for you. Now let's get down to the cost. Let's go, Nick.
Yeah, let's get down to the cost. All right, let's talk dollars here. So if you make under $1 million in revenue a year on Amazon, Launchpad asks for a 5% commission of sales. Okay, so basically, if you're paying 15% to Amazon already for your referral fee, just add another 5% onto that. Not super exciting, but again, with all these benefits, it could very likely pay off. Now, if you're doing over $1 million in sales a year, that 5% actually drops down to 3% only. And on top of it, Amazon throws in a dedicated account manager. And so this is something we didn't mention yet, but you don't get a dedicated account manager unless you're doing over $1 million in sales. But with that dedicated account manager, you've got someone internal to Amazon assigned to your account, responsible for supporting the growth in a much more meaningful way. They can help with, premium support. So if you're having issues and you need them to get escalated and seller support isn't really working quick enough, you have access to that. You'll be notified of upcoming promotions, deals. You'll kind of be the first one to know about any new updates, new beta programs. You'll get that email before any of the other sellers that aren't in these programs. So getting that account manager is going to be really beneficial. But even if you're not doing over $1 million in sales, you're still going to have somebody who gets you into the program. And if you want to reach out to them every now and again with questions, they're going to know who you are. You're going to have that relationship and they're going to be able to help you. It's just not someone that you can reach out to every single day with every, problem or thought you have. And on top of it, everybody in the Launchpad program gets access to the Launchpad portal. The Launchpad portal has an announcement section where any new announcements, exclusive opportunities, deals will be shown. They do all kinds of fun programs like Q4 this year. They've partnered with Discover Card. And anybody with a Discover card will get 20% off products that are in Launchpad, which is really cool way. And obviously Discover promotes it and sends it to all their members. So you're going to get tons of traffic driven from these different partnerships. And so all of that's announced in the portal, and you can, there's new opportunities that arise all the time. So I know we check the portal for our brands like every week just to look out for any new opportunities. And you do have a special kind of support center within your Launchpad portal. So instead of going the traditional seller support route, you can submit cases through Launchpad and it'll go to the Launchpad team to help you. So yeah, lots of benefits by having that access to the Launchpad brand headquarters. Wow. So I feel like, we knew all of these things, but yeah, I need to start counting my toes. So yeah, long story short, there's lots of benefits to this program. And here at Vendo, we have a lot of experience with getting, not just managing brands in this program, but getting brands, into the program. So there is an application process that you can do through the Launchpad site. You have to submit some information about your company, the startup, the story behind it. They want to know about the story. They want to know about the founder. They want to know, how did you get investment? How young are you? How old are you? What are you doing outside of Amazon? Because again, it's more meant for startups, entrepreneurs, innovative products. So you do have to apply. You do have to go through an interview process. And the good thing is here at Vendo, we've done all of that, and we're well equipped to support you in that endeavor. So yeah, feel free to reach out. hello@vendocommerce.com. You can reach out Vinny and myself at vendocommerce.com as well. Follow us on Instagram, Vendo Commerce, Facebook, TikTok. We've been pumping out some great TikTok content.
Swipe up, swipe right, swipe left.
Yeah, exactly. like, share, do it all. Yeah, and if some of these podcasts are too long for you, TikTok's great. We have like 15 to 20-second content. So check it out, subscribe to all of our channels, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.